So today, LibertyDog and I are gonna head out on a little bit of a little day trip, a little more exposure out and about. And sometimes I like to look at Google Maps or whatever and change over to standard view so you can just see kind of blue dots. And while I was kind of scrolling around, I found a blue dot. It's not a very big one, but for a little day trip, quick run like this, little short hike, things, you know, just kind of consistent exposure for Liberty. It seems like a good target. I've never been there, so I had been up to this area, general area before. I did a video at Mirror Lake, and I'd hiked up to Mirror Lake, and I got some aerial footage of that. That's a really neat spot. The hike for an old bugger like me, there were parts of it that were a little challenging. You know, I'm not a big hiker, as you know, my followers know, but it wasn't as bad as the Sand Mountain final summit. That for me was a real bear. But anyway, so LibertyDog, yes, we're going to be heading out and check this place out. I think it'll be kind of cool. If for nothing else, it's exposure. It's just a quickie little, you know, day trip. It's about I don't know, just under an hour to get up to the location, and then what looks to be a probable simple short hike. Let's hope that holds true. There goes the Liberty chime. All right, well, we'll check back in a little bit, and we'll see how it all rocks. That's our LibertyDogs. Yeah, that's our LibertyDogs. LibertyDog. Yes. We're gonna get there? Yes. Okay, well, we made it up, and as oddly enough as it turns out, there's a sign that I had seen numerous times driving off this mountain that I had thought, oh, someday I should stop there. It's like a glacier view or something like that, it says. And strangely enough, that's where it had us take a left off the highway. So we got LibertyDog here. She's kind of rutting around. And we got to go up this way somewhere. Hang on, she's trying to tangle me up. Liberty. I know you're excited, but dang. Anyway, we got to go up that way and find the trailhead. That's going to be off to our right, I believe. So let's check that out. Okay, so I know we're heading the right direction anyway. Had to get a, there's no marker on the signs here that mention the lake. So it looks more like a pond, honestly, but it's called a lake. Anyway, I got out the GPS thing and kind of just started wandering in different directions till it looked like I was heading the right direction. So anyway, turn the camera on here. And it's supposed to be this way somewhere. Oop. What'd you find? A tree. Okay, let's go, Liberty. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Real pretty area. Now, somewhere on this trail, according to the maps, you could kind of, I'm guessing you could take kind of a left and take a more direct route to the lake. But, distracted dog again. But that's why we're doing this, right? Give her more exposure to the sights, sounds, and smells of out in the woods. So where we're at essentially is we're up on Mount Hood right now, for sure. But we're fairly close to a place called Government Camp. is the general area we're at. Not too far from here is the trailhead to Mirror Lake. This might be what we're looking for, actually. There's a little trail here. It cuts to the left. Yep, I found it. Oh, boy, that was a really short little walk. LibertyDog. You know, looking at the map, or Google Maps, I knew it wasn't that long. But this is what we're looking for. And why they call it a lake, I don't know. It literally is a pond, but let's see here. A nice open little meadow. No bears yet. Always, Liberty, wrong way. Liberty, this way. Take a right. Good girl. Okay. So yeah, looks a little swampy-ish in nature. But that's kind of what I expected to find given the aerial views of it. But I don't want to drink in that because I don't know if there's any inlet outlet here, and this could be stagnant or stagnant enough. I did bring her some water, so we've got plenty of fresh water for her to drink. But nice little open meadow thing here. Puppy. This is kind of what I expected to see when we got here. Because it does. It looks like, you know, obviously this fills up more. And you can tell that this area is underwater quite often as the snow melt no doubt floods the place out. Huh. You having fun, LibertyDog? Obviously, because of how quickly we found this place, we're gonna have to hike a little more, because that was like a two minute hike. So we're gonna have to do a little more, aren't we, Liberty? Okay. Okay, well, we found a little pond they call a lake. We found that pretty quick. So that just, in my opinion, wasn't enough time for exposure. So there's another thing, apparently. I went digging through the general area where we're at. That's a little bit of a hike, but it's not the end of the world. It's supposed to be some kind of falls or something like that. So I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. So let's find out. So this is kind of where we're going. I got my sidekick, LibertyDog. Leash is working out good. It's a little bit longer than the black leash I had, so I can kind of, you know, just let her do her thing a little bit more. Barlow Road Wagon Trail. Yeah, okay. Ain't nobody driving through that. Huh. My wife's often talked about the Barlow Road, but it's obviously overgrown. She used to tell me about when she was a kid, their dad had a Ford Bronco, a Ford that actually apparently ran occasionally, and yuck. And one of the old school Broncos, the cool ones. And they used to go, and I think it was the Barlow Trail they used to go do, but obviously not in this section, somewhere else, because obviously this section you're only going to be able to walk on. So anyway, this oddly enough is paved, this part of where we're going, but it doesn't look like, you know, you see the algae or the moss is kind of taken over this whole sides of the road. So I'm not exactly sure what this originally was for or why it was paved. But for today, it doesn't really matter. Not for today, because we're heading somewhere to go see something and somewhere, and I got my dog. So point is that it's an opportunity to get LibertyDog out, get her some more socialization, different sights, smells, and things to see, you know, and that's vitally important. And the other thing to me that's important is that, and I've said it in some of my older videos, you know, that one of the things that actually started this channel was for me to go out and do things that, wow, that's a nasty red ant nest. One of the reasons I started this channel was, at the time, my mother was pretty messed up. She couldn't get out and do the things she liked to do. She's from the Pacific Northwest, and she's an outdoor girl, but at that time she was not really able to get up and do much of anything. But she's much better now. But anyway, so one of the ideas behind the channel was to go do these things so she could kind of vicariously live through them. But at the same time, it became apparent to me that, you know, there's probably lots of other people that aren't from the area, or, you know, maybe they're just not physically able to go out and do these things. And I thought to myself, well, I'm somewhat physically able to. Why not? Experience nature, right? And so I think one of the things that slowed me down from taking Amber Dog with me was, you know, she was getting pretty old and just not, you know, not super mobile. She was okay with a mellow day on the kayak and chilling out, but you know how that goes. And of course now we got the heir of the throne has now taken the throne, and LibertyDog is with me. So hopefully I'll be able to take her as a sidekick a little more often, and it'll be a different type of experience for me and all new for her. So that's a win. So anyway, we're going to keep on heading down this trail for an undetermined amount of time. I got water for Liberty. I got some Gator McAid for me. I hate to see stuff that I perceive as, you know, littering by humans. It just kind of irks me a little bit. No doubt this would have been completely cost prohibitive to remove it from up here. But the good news is it looks like nature's going to push on through, and look at that up there. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff growing up there. So yeah, nature's going to push on through and eventually just kind of go away. One of the most valuable things that I'm actually kind of picking up out of this is that, you know, asphalt, of course, has, you know, tar, which is oil and stuff like that. So naturally, my first instinct was to think of pollution. I'm sounding like an eco-terrorist. But anyway, I was immediately thinking of pollution stuff. But looking at this tree here, it doesn't seem to be having any kind of problem. It's a very healthy, vibrant plant. So are all the others through here. So let's just take that as a win, because nothing's going to change on this. But it does look like nature's going to once again show who the boss is. Nice job, Mother Nature. Well, now we're on, I don't know, some other kind of old trail. And it appears that this particular old trail seems to follow the power poles. So I'm guessing this is kind of like a trail where they can come down and occasionally and maybe keep the power lines clear from trees and stuff. That's probably what it's for. If you were, well, I don't even think you can get back here actually, because the entrance to this area is locked off. And even when you make it past that, you know, maybe there's other ways back here, I don't know. But even when you make it past that, there's this like impromptu skate park kind of a thing with concrete stuff. And you're certainly not gonna get a car past all that. This looks like some kind of mountain bike trail, or I don't know, maybe you could fit a small car through, like Crosstrek could probably make that, but anywho. So onward we go. Today started out to be a little adventure to find a little thing they call a lake. It's just like a little pond, but it was pretty nonetheless. It was, you know, and just a simple little jaunt out is now turning into something else. The odd thing about that is that seems to happen to me. Now I'm approaching an area here and I can hear the freeway or the highway. I'm assuming that might be 26 down there. Cars are zooming on by. It's definitely not a side road, so I don't know. Now watch me find out. I could have just driven right to the area I needed to go to. But then I guess I wouldn't be getting the walk in, so anyhow, I can, through the woods I can see, it's got to be 26, it's got to be. Anyway, okay, now this trail's turning away from it, so off we go. Liberty seems excited. She's turned into the trail boss. Oh, now she's gonna like all of a sudden do a U-turn on me and get me, try to wrap me up. She's turned into the trail boss. All right, well, on we go. So came upon this little precipice, we'll say. And of course, there's a piece of paper down there or something. But barring that, I can hear a river down there somewhere. I'm unable to see it, but sure don't want to go off that. Yeah, I don't, I can hear it, I just can't see it. But if you look through the trees, there appears to be like a gap, you know, where the trees kind of stop, and then there's on the other side. So I'm guessing that's about how far away it is. You know, so probably, I don't know, 50 yards. So over that way. Maybe we'll see more of it as we go. Let's find out. It appears, if I'm reading the maps thing and the trails, if I'm reading those correctly, it looks like I'm gonna go somewhere up here and hang a right, and then from there, you kind of circle around and end up hopefully near this falls. So, I don't know. I would say the total hike from the car to here is maybe, or to where we're going is, I don't know, from where I parked the car, probably like 5 miles. So it's gonna be like ultimately it's gonna end up like a 10-mile hike, I guess, because you got to go both ways. It's not like in the Army. You call them up, hey, bring me a helicopter, sling me up, let's go. But gosh, no, spend enough time hoofing it in the military. So I was a few days younger then. So anyway, so this is kind of the trail that. It looks pretty abandoned. So I don't know. But while we're heading down that, I found this, which was pretty cool. Look at that bad boy. Well, that tree's just a train wreck. But cool. All right, well, we're just gonna kind of mosey on through the woods and see what we can find. Well, I don't think this is the falls we're looking for, but it's kind of pretty. Comes from up there somewhere. This is the river we were hearing down below us, but this structure here, obviously, you can tell by the construction of it. How you doing? You can tell by the construction of it that this is from the New Deal projects. Very similar, found like up I-84 and stuff. You can definitely tell that that's what this was. So this site goes back a ways. And then we have this view up here, right in the parking lot. So this must be the trailhead to the falls. It's pretty substantial. So there's like a big parking lot down here. Little Falls Zig Zag trailhead. So this must be it. A lot of people here. So, I don't know. We'll see. Liberty, come on. What do you think, Liberty? What do you think, Liberty? Yeah? Pretty view. Well, we definitely finally made it onto the trailhead. So now, maybe we'll find these falls that are supposedly around here somewhere. But I'll tell you, the walk along this river here is beautiful. I mean, look at that. It's gorgeous. But not as gorgeous as the LibertyDog. I'm biased. What can I say? You want to come over here, Liberty? Liberty, come here. Look at this spot. Isn't this pretty? Isn't that pretty, Liberty? Yeah. I'm going to guess we've found the falls. It appears that there are two viewpoints, one down low and then there's a trail that goes up high. So let's see what we find. Yeah, these are the falls, all right. Pretty loud. But goodness gracious. Look at that. That is awesome. Wow. Okay, so now we're going to take this other trailhead, which the only reason I can imagine it would be here would be to go to the top of the falls. So we're going to go up this one since we're here, because I know if I get back home and didn't do it, I'll be like, oh, I should have gone up there. As they say, no time like the present. Liberty, you just keeps, she wants to sniff every single little tree that I think another dog sniffed. Yeah, tow me up the hill. I like that. Be my tow horse. A lot of people up here, but I can see why. It sure is beautiful. Everybody doing the selfies. I wouldn't say it's overly crowded or anything. Oh, I got a tow dog. That's kind of nice. I'm not making that up either. She's actually kind of helping me up there a little bit. Oh, look at this. Wow. That's cool. All right, Liberty Dog, come on. And here we are at the top. Good girl. All right, so we got to the top of the falls. Now we're going to work our way down. Now I would have to say we kind of met our objective. Well, actually we did, because if you think about it, our objective today was to find that kind of pond thing. And I'd say we definitely did that. Liberty Dog and I succeeded at that. The rest of this was just a bonus. Little Zig Zag Falls, never heard of it. So because the way we got here is certainly not the textbook approved method, jeez. The cross country through the woods, not exactly the way it should have gone, but we made it eventually. So I think what we're gonna get back to the trailhead, if Liberty will focus a little bit here. We'll get back to the trailhead up there where this place, the trail for this started. And then I think what we'll do is try to plan a better course of action to get back over there a couple of miles away where the car's parked. So we're definitely on a different trail coming back, thank goodness. And we're right alongside part of Highway 26 up there. I don't know what part, but it doesn't really matter. And so I know I'm heading the right direction. So that's good. Liberty Dog's being a champ. This is kind of one of those times, some of these hills back here, we had to just go up. It's one of those times, I mean, she's pretty, obviously you can see the leash, you know. She's really good. Getting better all the time. with that said, I'm glad she's not perfect, because some of those hills, she came in kind of handy as a tow dog. I'm not lying. She's kind of got a head of steam, and it worked out kind of cool because I could kind of take advantage of that a little bit and have her help me up the hill a little bit. Yeah, I cheated. I'll take it. Anyway, ran into a couple of people on bikes here a minute ago, and they said it shouldn't be more than a couple of miles. So keep on keeping on. Liberty Dog. Come on, girl. Let's go. Anyway, these people are on mountain bikes. This must be a reasonably well identifiable trail. So far it is. All right. Check back in a bit. Okay, well, I think the worst of it's over. Just made it up a long, steep section before we were able to get back onto this trail. The old asphalt trail. I think Liberty's gonna sleep good tonight. What do you think, Liberty? You gonna sleep good? Yeah? Long day, huh, Pop? Huh, Liberty Dogs? Huh, Liberty Dogs, yeah. Okay. Let's just keep on keeping on, Houndamut. What do you say? Let's go. Let's go. So we're just about back to Glacier View Trailhead. And this is the trailhead that splits in two directions. If you go to the right, it takes you to the little lake that we went to first. And if you take a left and you follow that trail some odd miles, it takes you down to Little Zig Zag Falls. However, of course, as we found out, that there's also a parking lot down there, so you don't have to make the hike or the bike ride if you don't want to. So if you're not keen on that, all you got to do is just drive down there to the little parking lot and to the trailhead. So I guess if you look up like Little Zig Zag Falls Trailhead, that's the place. Got a nice size parking lot. That's the one with the big granite wall, or that big stone wall in the pictures. This particular trail doesn't say anything about it. There's no, it doesn't say anything about it. The Glacier View Trail, I think that's the one we took. And we were also on Pioneer Bridle Trail number 795. And probably Tollgate Trailhead. So we were on several of those to get there. Anyway, but they don't say anything about Little Zig Zag Falls, but you can get there via the Pioneer Bridle Trail number 795 and Glacier View Trail. You can do either one of those. They both kind of join up. Anywho, so now we're gonna make our way back to the car. Well, you did that, goofus. She got hooked on a stick and it flipped up over a rock and landed in front of her. That was kind of funny. This is gonna end our little day jaunt, which started off looking at a little lake, pond. It might, I mean, even if it's full, it's certainly not a lake. I wouldn't kayak on it, but it's a cute little scenic area. I would venture to guess probably year-round pond, but yeah, it's a nice little spot, and I think it's a year-round pond would be my guess. Nice little spot. We made it back to the car. So this is Dana Price and Liberty Dog. What do you think? Is that a good hike today? So experience nature. Good day? Good day, Liberty? Yes. Okay. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks to my subscribers.